V, shut up. You aren't getting my GIF. Anyways, so it is the spring seasonal, and we have drafted quite the theme. Not the right one. We didn't draft the right one. Or if you're wondering what these are, this left one was a Sword and Shield draft, my first ever one. Love that team. I still miss it. The right one, it was just theory crafting for like lower tier P4G type stuff. So here's our theme. As you can see, it is disgustingly overpowered. But at the same time, I am actually stupid. Oh god, my GIF. Oh no, stop sending the. No, no. Okay, so let's go over the team. This is the spring seasonal. I believe the way it works is it's cross pool. You can fight anyone in any pool, and it's Swiss rounds. If it's not anyone in any pool, then I don't know what the point of doing Swiss rounds is. We may as well just do normal draft. But it's Swiss rounds like VGC. I think we have to go like what 7-2 or something. 7 win 2 losses. I think. Which. So here's the thing. Swiss rounds I've always really struggled with. Sorry. Okay, so my first ever time doing Swiss rounds was the Singapore Premier Ball League in VGC. I went I got my first win, then lost to a veteran player because I missed a high horsepower. I had a chance otherwise. It was a tough battle. They had a Chandelure. I think they won or got second. Yeah, they got second in overall. They went 6-0 and they won. Then went to 3-1. Then lost my next battle, which that put me out of the league. Not the league, the tournament, the event, because I ended up misleading. I ended up leading the wrong Pokemon into. I believe, what was it? I led King Gambit, Volcarona into Primarina Magmar, which was just an auto loss from there. And then I lost my final battle. It was a super clean battle until I forgot they had a Ghost King Gambit, so I lost to that. But like I was already out, doesn't really matter. I got 17th place. It was a fun event. And then the second one is DDD. So DDD, I got 7 veteran players, not veteran, but 7 really good players as my opponents. I won my first 2, lost round 3, really tough battle round 3. Round 4 I won. Lost round 5 to an unwinnable matchup. Won round 6 to an air, and then round 7 was pointless. Speaking of Fairy Resist, is Cinderace good enough? Let me think. So yeah, Swiss rounds have been tough, but I've also had tough battles. But it's not like I'm not going to have tough battles in this. I'm sure that some battles will be really tough, really hard. So let's look at the team. So first pick, I didn't really want first pick. I was actually hoping I'd be closer to the end. But I'm fully okay with first pick. Well, actually, I was okay with 3-8. Because what I wanted initially was Tornadus-Therian. But, first pick, gotta pick the Iron Valiant. You pretty much have to pick Iron Valiant. Genway likes to say Great Tusk. I know Lucas took Great Tusk because he wanted Great Tusk. Terapagos doesn't make sense, but I know Lucas said he took Great Tusk because he was bored of Ival. But like, you pretty much always take Ival. If you're smart, you always take Iron Valiant. Unless you absolutely hate Iron Valiant, then I mean it's kinda up to you. But I fully recommend it. Then after that, Zarude, which made it back to me. So, I'm actually pretty acquainted with quite a few people in this. Coconut, EXE, Genway, and Heine, I'm all acquainted with. So, Zinc, Drukes, and Torvex's drafts, they're all pretty weird, I would say. They're not like drafts you would expect at all. So, if we look, Zinc took Goldengo, Coconut took Tusk as expected. After that, the Pokemon were pretty standard. Ogerpon Wellspring is a little bit surprising, but like Wolger's good. Nothing wrong with Ogerpon Wellspring cannot hurt. Nothing wrong with that. Iron Treads was surprising, which is unfortunate because I was planning my draft reasonably. I didn't have any crazy expectations. No freaking. I kept Terra Greninja and stuff out of my plans. I was thinking, okay, Iron Treads and Ogerpon Wellspring are ideal. Terapagos would be if we're lucky. And if those don't make it, things might get a little bit bad. So Iron Treads went, and Ogerpon Wellspring went, so I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Most Terra Captains got picked. I wasn't sure if the other guys would take them though. Torvex took Darkrai Gouging Fire, which is surprising. Latios, which is very surprising. Heine was stuck between Garchomp and Terapagos, and because I know Genhui wanted Garchomp, I told Heine to get Terapagos. And also just because I think Terapagos is actually better here. Because look at what they ended up with. They ended up with Tinglu. I think Heine made the right play, and I think Genhui got his Garchomp. Great. EXE, we all fully expected EXE to take Raging Bolt. Meow Bolt. EXE is a good pal of Ryan and Ditto, I think. Yeah. EXE said that he didn't want to be boring, so he ended up taking Landorus Therian. And that worried me a little bit because I'm like, oh, I was considering Landorus Therian as my ground type. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to take Tinglu, aren't I? Because Coconut said there was a super high chance Day takes the Rude. So if Coconut takes the Rude, I'm pretty much forced into Raging Bolt Tinglu. Pretty much. But then they took Raging Bolt, which shocked me. And then Zing took freaking Chiyu. So we managed to get Zarude. Now, the Zarude partner was an absolute headache to decide. I was thinking Deoxys Speed. I was thinking, do I just get Greninja, Cinderace, Galarian Slowking? Every single Pokemon had some kind of issue. Galarian Slowking, I lack experience, and I may as well get DOS. DOS, I lack experience. Cinderace, it just doesn't feel great. So, I ended up taking DOS after asking quite a few people, specifically Void of Darkness, thank you to them. Do I regret it? Not fully. I don't think I regret DOS. So after that, a couple picks went by. The big one that went by was Landorus Incarnate. So at this point, I was planning, alright, Tentacruel, Landorus Incarnate, and then if Landorus Incarnate goes, I get the Cope Gliscor. Turns out we got stuck with the Cope Gliscor. The reason I don't want Gliscor is because I really want damage on this team. I know people say Zarude is the wall breaker on Zarude drafts, but I want my special breaker. Ival's gonna be using special sets, I feel. Maybe DOS, who knows, we'll see. Gliscor, I just don't love Gliscor. I've never used Gliscor I've never really used. Tentacruel is just there because, look at my first tree. Tentacruel looks very clear there. As like the grounded poison, rapid spinner, everyone's favorite friend. I also told a few people, hey, can you don't take, hey, EXE, can you don't take Tentacruel, please? Genhui, don't take Tentacruel. Get Galarian Slowking, which, again, just like the Terapagos situation, I think Galarian Slowking is beautiful on that team. And then Tentacruel, very obvious. It's also one of my favorite Pokemon. I've always loved Tentacruel. I'm so happy I finally get to draft Tentacruel in both this and EDC. I have Tentacruel in EDC as well. Wait, very fun one. I love Tentacruel. It's a very cool Pokemon. I think the reason I always like Tentacruel is because I never noticed the giant dick in front of it. And behind it. It's got a double-sided penis. Anyways, Klefki and Eelektross were next. So, Klefki was very much not the Pokemon I wanted. But I had only two options, Klefki or an Archaludon. Klefki really doesn't work that well here. I fully expect myself... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say what I'm expecting myself to do. But, yeah, Klefki. I pretty much had to take Klefki. Archaludon just is not good without the rain. And also, I kept asking people... I remember I was asking people about another version. I was desperate. I needed a lot of help because I was worried. And the answers I got weren't super helpful. There was a Terra Rhyperior version at some point over Gliscor because I didn't think Gliscor was going to work. Initially, I wanted Scizor. I wanted Scizor over Gliscor. And Scizor got sniped. I said KYS in chat as well, and then I got scolded for it. Hey, can you please don't say that? Don't say that, please. And it made me sad because I felt like a dick. And I said KYS to Coconut. Coconut, I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. But yeah. Eelektross was pretty much always going to be my pick. I'm comfortable with Eelektross. In fact, Eelektross is the only Pokemon on the team I am comfortable with. Because if you guys have been keeping track, Tentacruel, I haven't really used Tentacruel yet. DOS I haven't used. Zarude I haven't used. I don't know if I actually said Zarude I haven't used. I don't think I've said that. But yeah, I've never used Zarude. I don't think Gliscor's great. Never really used it. And Klefki is booty cheeks. Iron Valiant I have used, and I need a little bit more experience with Ival, I think. But I can use I can use Iron Valiant, and then Electros is like my only comfort mon. And then the last Pokemon doesn't really matter. It's just gonna be a Sticky Webber, Spidops, Cutie Fly. Someone hack an Orbeetle for me and make it 1 point. I'll take that. So yeah, Electros was pretty much always going to be the pick there. Ground Weakness was a Sphere. Electros covers that super easily. Am I happy with my draft? I don't know. Oh yeah, here's my nicknames. Let's actually look at the doc and the nickname section. So yeah, Boop Toucher. It's a little bit. I'm not comfortable with my team. It's definitely a team I'm gonna have to learn, but it's a broken team. So maybe that alone will carry me. If I do lose, it's definitely going to be due to lack of experience. And if I do lose, that means next seasonal we're getting comfort mods. We're getting Thundurus Therian. We're getting Overquill. We're getting all the mods I love to use. All my favorites. Oop, I can't leave my teams.